Hey guys, do you remember what we talked about last week? Yeah, it was about a hidden treasure. Well, this week, our story is another short one, and it sounds almost the same as last week. Listen to what the Bible says in Matthew 13, verses 45 and 46. Jesus said this, "The kingdom of heaven is like a jeweler on the lookout for the finest pearls." And when he found a pearl more beautiful and valuable than any jewel he'd ever seen, the jeweler sold all he had and bought that pearl, his pearl of great price. Now, there are two ways to look at this story. Some people say that in the story, Jesus is telling us that when people figure out what God's kingdom really is and what it's all about, when they see how valuable it is, that they go and sell everything they have just to have it, meaning that they quit their old ways of doing things and start doing things God's way. In that way, the kingdom is so valuable that even if you give up everything else, if you lose everything else, but you get God's kingdom, it's worth it. And there are other people who say that what Jesus is teaching is that he's the jeweler on the lookout for something precious, something more beautiful and valuable than any jewel he'd ever seen. And that pearl, that's you. And he's so excited to have you that he sells everything, gives up everything, even his own life, just to have you for himself. So what do you think? Are you the jeweler looking for fine pearls, or are you a priceless treasure? Do you want to know what I think? I think the answer is yes. You are a priceless treasure to God. And the Bible makes it so clear that he loved you so much that he was willing to pay any price to have you. In Romans, Paul says this, "God did not keep his own son for himself, but gave him for us all. Then with his son, will he not give us all things?" And I think the answer is yes, you are a person who has found something so special, so valuable that even if you lost everything else, but you had this pearl, God's kingdom, you would still be a winner. So you can know that you're a precious treasure to God. And now that you have him, you could lose everything else. And as long as you still have him, you have everything.